I'm going to come visit you in Florida. Ladies and gentlemen,
All right.
I believe we've got Mark Langley. I
We
see him
got
there.
him.
There he is.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, welcome to
Mark.
the stream.
I'm
All
just trying to figure out how I'm going to tie in an Eclipse tater tots.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, I
The bar is very high.
now I got to read. Now, you know, freaking Wirecast. Okay, let me hold on. Hey, stand by. I got to do some dip-de-doos here to get Jason in. Stand by for Jason.
I'm still here, I promise.
And now here is Mark with the joke. I'm just kidding, Mark. You don't have to do that.
You have to always be ready, though.
You got to be ready. And
All right. So tell us about your organization and what you're trying to do for everybody.
Well, National Public Safety Drone Donation Program started back in April of last year. We got our 501c3 certification from the IRS. And I actually met Jason. Jason, I don't know if you remember meeting me. I came down and met your family. I have a company called Airborne Works, and we were trying to help public safety at that time. And we really realized it was difficult for them to get the money that they needed for the hardware. And I was surprised to learn, Ken, that about 72% of all public safety agencies in the United States are 100% volunteer. So if you try to wrap your head around how many people are giving of their time and effort to help save other people, and most of them are using bingo sales and bake sales to buy the hardware that they need. And it's very difficult for them to meet. We just were watching your news clips there, and we were seeing information about how lives are being saved with drone technology, organ transplants, so many things that can be done. And we all know that drone technology has really come a long way. And so we work very hard to donate drones. We've donated 26 drones as of this point.
where do you get your drones to donate?
Thank you. That's a great question. Auto Robotics has been great. They donated 14 brand new drones to us. They actually picked the pins on the map. If you go to npsddp.org, you'll see an interactive map down there, and the color maps, the red pins are search and rescue and fire departments, blue pins are police. And so they donated drones, and we also have some other partners. Fox Fury Lighting is a partner of ours, and they also sit on the board of directors, the advisory board for us. We also have partners that donate software. Locate, many people don't know about this software, but Locate is a software that's being used for search and rescue. And what it does, it looks at the actual pixels and identifies colors and separates them out from the natural colors, and it helps them to identify man-made colors for search and rescue.
Right, it eliminates
recovery.
It eliminates human error, essentially.
Well, actually, it sees things that human eyes can't see. They've got squinters. Like for now, if there's a search and rescue, and let's say they get 500 pictures of an area that they mapped out, they'll put that in front of a squinter, and 20 megapixel picture has 20 million pixels in it. This software looks at the individual pixel level based on the field of view. So if you're flying at 150 feet, you've probably got a ground sampling distance of just under half an inch. And it can identify that color. Over 16 million colors it can identify. And it can pick out sneakers, hats, whatever, man-made colors versus natural colors.
That's amazing.
Software.
I've seen that in action.
Yeah.
So what percentage of emergency services and first responders are able to buy their own equipment? What were the statistics on that you said?
Well, we don't have statistics on who is being funded, but like the LAPDs and the NYPDs of the world, they're well funded, and of course police are well funded because they have the criminal component. But the public safeties, I live in a small town in Connecticut, and it's mostly 100% volunteer, so they don't have the funding that is needed. But lives in this town are just as important as the ones in LA or New York, right? So we want to get these people those tools. And, we also have Skybrowse is another partner supporter. They donate their software. We have New Jersey American Water is also a partner supporter. If there's any companies out there or departments that have an old drone sitting on a shelf and you'd like to donate it to us, we can recycle that drone into the public safety and help them get some eyes in the sky.
That's a great idea. And
if you do that, it's tax deductible, my friend.
We'll actually write you a certificate for that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, another thing I'm very excited to announce here that we have a partnership coming up with Women in Drones, a very well-run organization, and we're going to start donating the drones that we can't really meet the requirements of public safety for fast deployment to STEM programs. So we're going to start recycling those drones back into STEM programs as well, and we have some other exciting announcements coming up soon.
How can people help? And because I'm looking at your website now, and I get this thing that says
so
donate
you can click
now.
on the donate. You can click on the donate button over there and donate $25, $100, whatever you could do to help us. If you have an old drone on your closet that you want to get rid of, give us a call and we'll take it. There's actually an application down in there. Another way to help us is to just tell people about our foundation. Because the more pins we can get on the map, the more people we can help, the more corporations we can reach out to help us support our program. And we're very pleased and happy to have the partners that we have, like the ones mentioned. It's just amazing to have people like this with their philanthropy helping us to put drones in the hands of public safety. We've actually had some really good experiences. I'd like to share one with you.
Sure.
We did a donation. Autel Robotics chose the location down in Rio Grande, Texas, and within 45 hours of the donation, they were able to apprehend a person that was running in the bush that they would have otherwise lost. And we recently had a donation out in Erath County, and they had the drone for about 30 days, and they've credited the drone with saving at least one police officer's life, if not the woman who was carrying a gun that they spotted her when they sent the drone around the corner. It could have been a bad day for the cop or the person holding the gun. She gave up. She dropped the gun. She saw that they had a drone, and it de-escalated the situation.
You know, as much as you see drones helping these people, the police out in the news, because they'll put that on any time that it happens. You would think that every police department in the country has access to this, but that's not true, because there's a lot of police departments that don't have the money, or they're not forward thinking enough to create an aerial department, because then that would require them to train one of their officers to be the Part 107 pilot, and then it's all budgetary.
You're exactly right, and mostly, Ken, really, it's the fire departments and the search and rescue groups. We also donate to search and rescue. Jason, right in your home state there, we donated to Florida Search and Rescue. Autel PIC chose them as one of the donation locations, so we're able to give them a drone, and it just feels really good to be able to help folks like this with this type of technology. It's just a great thing that we're doing with our partners, and anybody who would like to help. Another thing, Amazon. Everybody who shop on Amazon? Well, there's a thing called Amazon Smiles. It doesn't cost you a penny if you go there and shop on Amazon Smiles and you choose our foundation, or any foundation for that matter. They'll donate 0.5% of every dollar to the foundation. You think Mr. Bezos could afford at least 1 or 2%, but he's doing 0.5 penny, but we'll take it.
Yeah.
So get a couple 100,000 people shopping on Amazon, supporting our program. We can make a difference.
And there's a link in the description if you're interested. I see some people in the chat asking about becoming volunteers for you for hands-on kind of. Do you need people? Do you need bodies?
We absolutely do. The website that you see was done by a volunteer. We also have a grant program to where we hold monthly. The first donation was. We have a partner called Dynamic International, and they help public safety agencies find where the money is. The new administration in Washington just released a large sum of money that will be available specifically for public safety, and we can help direct public safety agencies towards those funds. We have grant writers that have volunteered their time to us. It's just great to have these partners that are helping us get this work done. So that's another thing, Ken, that we do as well.
Well, let me ask you this. Now, you can donate a drone and get a tax break. If you try to donate a GoPro Karma, do you get in trouble? Nobody wants that. Nobody wants one of that. Nobody wants.
Hey, well, so here's one of your requirements. It's got to be safe to fly.
Yeah.
It's got to have a battery, and it's got to have a camera. Eyes in the sky for every department in need. That's our tag.
Right.
So we're trying to help save lives, not create issues. So
Right. Do you yourself fly drones for fun or
I
profit?
own a company called Airborne Works. In fact, we're FLIR dealers, we're Leica dealers, we're Autel dealers, and we also sell training. We also sell Jason's class. In fact, I went through Jason's class. I think I was student number 642. I'm just saying.
He's not wrong. Mark is the real deal. I'm talking back at the very, very beginning. Mark, you showed up in your super cool van. I remember, with all the cool toys in it and everything else. I remember that.
And that was van, yeah.
Exactly. That was the early days of Part 107. You may have even had a 333 before that, if I remember.
Well,
appropriately.
I did apply for the 333, and I sat in on one of your Facebook things.
Right.
That sold me. Your class is great, Jason. It's just a great class.
Thank you, my friend. But yeah, Mark's been in this a long time, so he's the real deal.
Yeah, so I do fly Ken, and also when people do business with us at Airborne Works, we donate 5% of the net proceeds, no matter what the product you buy, the software, locate, Skybrowse, any of the training, Jason's class, whatever it is you buy it from us, we'll donate 5%, because we have a saying, we need to make a living, not a killing, and we want to help public safety out. We really are so appreciative for those men and women that donate their time, especially the ones that donate their time. That's not to minimize the ones that get paid. They risk their lives.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
So,
you have to appreciate the volunteers in our lives.
There's some amazing tools coming out. The technology is changing at breakneck speed. Any of us in the industry see that, right? We see it happening.
Yeah.
So anybody who wants to support us, they can reach us at info@nps-ddp.org. They can reach out to me directly there, and I'll be more than happy to take your call. We can set up a time to chat. And if you got an old drone, or if you know a corporation that has old drones, or like American Water, they took all their Phantom 4s. They have a drone program for inspecting water towers and things. They'll take all their old drones and recycle them into our program. So the more companies we get like that doing that, the more drones we can get out in there. And the idea, Ken, is to get the municipalities educated about the value of drones so that we can help get this stuff funded. And then when it comes time to write the funding, we have grant writers that will help put this together for them so that they can get federal money if they don't have enough for their local funding to get it done.
Right, and this is more than just a convenience for these departments. These drones are actually saving actual people's lives. And
are sick. Locate, one of the partners there is Gene Robinson. Gene Robinson is probably one of the most known persons on the planet for search and rescue. He's been doing it probably longer than anybody else. He wrote the book on First to Deploy, and he's very much involved with these locate software, and we are really working hard to get this in the hands of public safety. In fact, I'll be making a trip to the Robotics Summit in Texas next week, and then from there I'm going to New Mexico, and we're donating a license of locate to a Navajo Indian reservation search and rescue team that just received a donation from the local coal company. And so we're going to teach them how to use this and to find people out in the wilderness.
Wow.
So
this is amazing what you do. You're very busy, and you're educating, and you're putting drones in the hands of people that help us. We appreciate you very much
for giving up some of your time here. I was watching your show up until the time and thinking, how the heck am I going to top tater tots? This is just like. And I got one question for you: is there really pigeon jerky?
Oh, no,
really. I mean, I saw you segued right into the first.
Yeah, you know what? To be honest with you, yeah, there are some people that make it. There are some people.
Is it really pigeon meat?
Yeah. I don't have any here for sale, but
I just
it's an actual
maybe
thing.
give it away. It's a door prize.
Yeah, that's the yummy nummy. I've never had some myself. I mean, I eat it all the time, of course, pigeon jerky. Love you guys. But anyway, hey, thank you very much for doing what you do. You're a very busy guy. If you need help, I'm sure there's people watching that will help, that will donate their old drones. Maybe they're just lying around, don't know what they're collecting dust, and now they can do some good for both emergency services, first responders, and get that tax money.
And we are, and Ken, just to answer your question, we are seeking volunteers, and we put them on our website. In fact, if you go to our website, we have all our volunteers listed there with their bios and what they do. If they offer service, we'll help promote their service. We really appreciate their giving their time to us to help us help others.
It's all about networking, and there's a link to where you can find this guy in the description. All right. And thank you very much, Mark, for doing what you're doing, for taking time for us tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Ken.
All right.
Thanks,
See you,
Mark.
buddy.
Good to see you.
All right.
Nice seeing you too.